بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم. Hello dear students of المناهج schools, grade 12, sections 34-35. Our English lesson today is reading comprehension. Unit 5, students book, pages 58-59. So please open your students book, pages 58-59 and get ready. Okay, in this unit, the title of this unit is Lifestyle. Lifestyles, the way you live your life. Okay, let's look at Unit 5, reading. We have some exercises we are going to answer together and read them together. In the first question, number 1, pre-reading. Pre means قبل. We are going to discuss two questions. The first question, what do you think cities will be like in the future? So, what do you think will happen in the future? What cities will be like? What things, what changes gonna happen in this or these cities? So, you can give your opinion to me maybe in the discussion period or to your friend or classmate. Okay, the second question says, what are the advantages and disadvantages of working or studying at home? Advantages and disadvantages. Advantages mean good things and disadvantages bad things to happen. So what do you think the good and bad things to happen of working or studying at home? Now I think you are experiencing some in this current situation how to study at home. And for some people who are working, you can ask your father or any member of your family or any friend if he is working, what does he feel about? How can he manage to work at home? Okay, let's move now to the second exercise, which is reading for gist. Just here, this word means خلاصة, جوهر الموضوع. So you are going to know what is this about, okay? Like the main idea of this passage. Exercise 2 says the magazine article, مقالة هذه المجلة, on the right is about predictions تنبؤات, made by a group of scientists about what life will be like in the future. Read the article quickly without paying attention to the missing sentences. We have, as you notice, in the passage, we have 7 gaps. They are missing sentences, full sentences. They are in exercise number 3. You're gonna fill these gaps with these sentences from exercise number 3. And compare the information in it with your answers to the questions in the previous activity. Okay? Number 3, as it says, reconstructing a gapped text. إعادة بناء نص فيه فراغات. Okay, these are the given sentences. 7 sentences have been removed from the article. أزيلت من هذه المقالة. Choose from the sentences A to H, the one which best fits each gap, from 1 to 7. There is one extra sentence which you do not need to use. Okay? These are the 8 sentences from A to H. Okay. I suggest now we can answer exercise number 4, which is about maybe new vocabulary for you. We're gonna answer these so that when we read together the text, you don't have any problem in knowing these words. Okay. Exercise number 4, guessing the meaning of unknown words. Match the highlighted words in the article with meanings A to H. If you look at the passage, you can find words highlighted in yellow. There are 2 extra meanings which you do not need to use. Okay. The first one, extent. Number 1, extent. Extent means حجم. So what do you suggest for the best of the given word to the right from A to H? Size. which is حجم. Okay, number 2, undergo. يتحمل. Undergo means يتحمل. So which word go with undergo? So it is H, go through. Okay, يخضع يتحمل. Okay, number 3, radical. Radical means متطرف or أساسي. So which word goes with radical? Okay, it is B, extreme. Extreme. Number 4, residential. Residential. Which word goes with residential? Yes, it is E, having private houses. Residential, by the way, it is an adjective from resident, from residence, the noun. Number 5, drawback. Drawback means عقبة or عائق. Which word is giving you a negative meaning from the list? So the best choice is C, is a disadvantage. Disadvantage. Okay, number 6, commute. Commute, which people when they want to go every day to their work, so they go every day. So which is the best? Which is A, travel regularly. Okay, these are the answers. I hope that you have written them in your student's book. Let's move to the passage. If you look, I gave you the first 2, so you don't have a problem by connecting your ideas. Okay, let's read together. What does the future hold for us? So the passage starts with a question to make you to stimulate your attention. This is a question that has most probably crossed your mind at some point. Crossed your mind يعني أجا في بالك, come to your mind. Number 1, which is H. I will read it from the exercise number 3. The reason for this is that most of what we do today is aimed at some kind of benefit or outcome in the future. But is there anyone who can truly tell us what our lives will be like 50 years from now? Can you predict? A group of scientists recently completed a study that aimed to do just that. This group consisted of تكونت من professionals محترفين from different occupations مهن and fields of study وحقول الدراسية. Number 2, which is B, together they are set out to discover and predict the future. So they work together to study the future. Here are a few ideas based on their predictions to help you imagine the future. Now, I want you to read by yourself and try to find the answers. Okay, but I'm going to read the text without the gaps. So it's your now job to find the correct answers. 50 years from now, populations in all countries will have grown to such an extent, the size, that cities will themselves have to undergo a radical change to cater for these growing population numbers. Cities as they are today will not be able to provide places for all these people to work and live. Although many have spoken about population explosions, this word population explosions, انفجارات سكانية, because people are growing, are becoming larger and larger in cities, and the need to get people out of city centers. This may not be the best solution حل to the problem. Number 4, most of the people living on the outskirts of the city are therefore. Outskirts means they live at the edge, outside the city, at the last limits of the city. Are forced to travel, مجبورين to travel long distances, مسافات طويلة, to get to work every day. So a more suitable solution has to be found. This seems to be what are now called commercial and residential high. Okay, to the answers. Number 3 and then number, okay. So high B, what are now called commercial and residential high-rise buildings, which is skyscrapers. They will be similar to today's skyscrapers, but they will be taller and they will be combined places of residence with different work environments. البيئة. The people living in these high-rise buildings will not have to leave the building to go to work, the gym or the supermarket. They will live, work, shop and entertain themselves in the same building without having to travel from one place to another. Okay, you now come to gap 5, you need to think about it. The only drawback as we said, عقبة عائق, will be taking the lift to get lift اللي هو المصعد, get from one floor to the next. Imagine how inconvenient, غير مناسب, it will be if each building consists of 1,000 floors. So answer number 3 is E. So please write E for number 3. For number 4 is D. Okay? Which says most public services and big businesses are located in or somewhere near the city center. تقع, located, تقع في هذا المكان. And number 5 is G. Think of how much time we could save if we didn't have to move around. Okay, let's continue the passage. Those who do decide to live on the outskirts of the city will have an alternative. Alternative بديل. عمل بديل. An alternative work or study arrangement. ترتيبات دراسية. They will work on study from home. Technology that exists today has already made this possible, but by that time it will be done by a large majority of individuals. Individuals أفراد. Majority أغلبية. أغلبية من الأفراد, من الناس. Number 6, you're gonna think, and now choices are limited to only 4 choices left. For 1, you will not have to commute that you go everywhere to work or to school every day. Furthermore, علاوة على ذلك, you will be able to choose a work or study schedule that suits your own personal needs. Schedule برنامج. Needless to say, you will have to be very responsible, مسؤول, and pace yourself. Pace means go fast. يعني you move quickly yourself to meet the deadlines that are set by the company you work for or the university you are attending. Video conferencing, which is already a reality, will ensure that contact with colleagues or teachers and fellow students. Fellow means classmates, رفيق, زميل, and is maintained. Some have spoken about virtual reality images of ourselves, which we will send off to different locations to get things done for us. The last gap, which is 7, now you are left with only 2 to choose from. How convenient does that sound? One thing is for sure, the future holds many surprises for us. We can make as many predictions as we like, but no one really knows what lies ahead. ماذا يقع على عاتقنا في المستقبل. What we need to keep in mind is that what we do today affects the future. يؤثر على المستقبل. So we need to take great care to do it well. Now to the answer for number 6. Please, did you go quickly to the sentences left from exercise number 3? Okay. So number 6 is A, which says Think of all the possible benefits of working or studying from home. And now for number 7. Now you are left with only 2 choices. So what is it? Look at the ones are left and choose one for 7. Okay? I hope that you have make up your mind. Did you make up your mind? Okay, for 7 it is F. So you will be able to send one to make notes at your lecture, muhadara, and one to find information for an assignment you need to do while you stay at home to cook dinner. I hope that you really understand the passage. If not, you can listen again to this video and answer the questions without looking at them again. And I want you to memorize the vocabulary which we had before. You can go to the vocabulary again here and try to answer them from this page. Okay? So that you remember the answers. Okay. That's all I have for you today in our English lesson. Thank you for watching and listening. Any questions you need to ask, inshallah, will be in our scheduled WhatsApp, and maybe we're gonna have Zoom at that. And also I have recommended that you can answer the homeworks I gave you. Please answer them, and if you have any questions you want to ask, you are welcome, okay, to ask about anything through our official channels and groups. Thank you again. See you in the next lesson.